All right, guys, what is going on? Hope you're having a great day. Hope your summer is going awesome. Just wanted to shoot a quick video real quick to make sure we're all on the same page as we roll into a crazy busy week of Build Week next week. And then after that, at the movies, man, we're so excited to see what God's going to do as new faces and new people come into this place. It's going to be awesome. So we talked about some awesome things at this monthly meeting we had this past month. The coolest thing for me was to sit and to hear your ideas and to be able to bounce those around and brainstorm and be able to give us a direction on what you're feeling and what you're looking at and the way you're seeing things. It was super awesome to be a part of, and so we've taken those ideas that we've talked about and we've developed a strategy with them. I hope you're happy with it, and this is, as we're moving forward, this is just to keep us all on the same page to know where we're going starting in July. So hope you'll watch this video in its entirety, just so we're all completely on the same page as we roll into this busy season. So let's get started. So you see up here we have July 1 to September 1. Next 2 months, we're going to set this big, audacious goal of 50 groups in 60 days. We want to start 50 groups, 50 life groups in 60 days. Now, before you start questioning the motives behind it, I wrote here why. Why are we doing this? So as we talked about earlier in the year, as we're coming out of this season of really cleaning up the mess that was kind of here before we got here and getting our systems in order and in place to where they're functioning, the most valuable way that we can find health as a campus, sorry I got stuck in the word there. The most valuable way we can find health, the most healthy thing we can do is to grow, is to provide more opportunities for people to step into that community that God's called them to have where every person who comes in this place can find community wherever they're at in their life. So we need more groups, okay? And so that's going to be a goal. We're going to push hard towards it. We've got a great strategy, I feel like, as we're going to dive into in just a second. But there's no other reason than just we want to be healthy, and the most healthy thing we can do is grow. So let's look at some obstacles that are standing in our way as we roll into the month of July. As Craig says, innovation comes best from constraint. So I'm going to look at some constraints that we have here, and then we'll look at how we're going to innovate from those as we talked about in our last monthly meeting. So the first obstacle is we have no lobby set up. You know, in times past, we've been able to just set up a place in the lobby and be able to just push people towards that, and we're not going to have that. We've got Willy Wonka going crazy in our lobby for the next month, so it's going to be decorated up, be awesome, but we can't set up a life groups table in the middle of the Candyland and just say, hey, come to that. So we don't have that working towards us. We don't have any guaranteed stage time. So from stage, there's no guarantee that we're going to be able to push heavy life groups or leading a life group. So we don't have that working towards us. And the last thing is we have no natural momentum. See, there's 2 seasons that we have here. You guys know this. We have January, February, and then we have September, October are kind of our start a life group time pushes that we have every year. That's not this time frame. There's no natural momentum. At those times, everything at the campus is really pushing towards start a life group and at worst, get in a life group, okay? So we're not going to have that. We have none of that. So those are the constraints. There's no lobby setup, there's no guaranteed stage time, and there's no just natural momentum. So what do we have? What do we have to work with? That's where we're at right now. And so our weapon of choice, as we talked about this past monthly meeting, is going to be lobby conversations. Now, some of you high introverts just peed your pants a little bit. No, it's going to be fine, okay, I promise. So the biggest weapon we have, the biggest tool that we have is people getting out and talking to people in the lobby. Identifying leaders and bringing them to start new groups. And so we've got a great strategy for that. And so from here on out, we're going to talk about the 3 roles that I want you to be praying about which one of these you kind of fall into. Because each of us can play a part, each of us will play a part, and so it's depending on where you feel like God's gifted you, on what you can best do to help our team as we meet this goal. And let me tell you what, whenever we meet this goal, we're going to celebrate like crazy. I'm not saying steak dinner, but something amazing, okay? So be ready for that. So the 3 roles, let's dive into this. As we look into the lobby conversations that we're going to have, there's 3 roles that we identified that we felt like would be very useful and the best way to possibly do this. So the first one, we couldn't think of a great name, so fishers or chasers. So here's how this is going to look. So in the month of July, we've got Wonka here. These people will have a pocket full of golden tickets, okay? And they're going to go out, and the win for this team will be to identify potential leaders and to get them to the wall. So this is going to start with stepping into the lobby and praying that God will give you the eyes to see those people who are ready to lead groups, who are ready to step into that role of leader, and then having a conversation with them, getting to know them just a tad bit, and saying, hey, I want to give you this ticket. Take that over there to the wall, and they've got something for you. Okay? So the win for a fisher is simply to go out and identify new leaders and to get them to the wall. Okay? So that brings them to what do we do with them when they're at the wall? So at the wall will be what we call our closers. Okay, this is not another great name. I feel like we're setting up a car salesman scheme. That's not what this is. But the win for the closer is to have a purposeful conversation and to close the deal, to get to talk to them about leading a life group. So as you're having that conversation, it's, hey, glad you got this ticket. They obviously saw something in you, man. Let me get to know you a little bit better. Worst case scenario, we give them a candy bar and say, thanks for coming by. Best case is we say, hey, you thought about leading a life group? Yeah, sure, I have. Let's get that process started. Let me give them a t-shirt, give them a coffee mug, and also get them started in that role that God's called them to do. So win for the fishers is just to identify the leaders and to get them to the wall. Win for the closer is a purposeful conversation and to close the deal. Now, this is a made-up word. I made this up. The onboardingers, okay? So these are the people who say, look, I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going to do that, but I can be ready to onboard those new leaders as quickly as possible. Okay, that was kind of simple. That gets back to status quo of once we have new leaders ready, these people are ready and waiting. Would love to get to a point to where we can say that day we're onboarding them. That's a stretch, I know, but I would love to be able to say that. That would be amazing. So this one is the status quo. This, for a lot of you new members of the team, this will be where you'll fall. You can do more. You can do both. If you're comfortable with closing and if you're comfortable with fishing out there, hey, rock on. But as you're building your span of care, you new members, this will be kind of where a lot of you will fall to rebuilding your span of care. So these are the 3 roles that we need fulfilled. Now here's where we go from here. Be praying about which one of these that you're going to be. One, and this is not you're at every service. This is when you're here. The service, the 30 minutes before your service and the 30 minutes after. You're here and you're fulfilling one of these roles. Okay? So from here on out, this is what you need to do. Take some time, pray where you need to be, and then let us know, I want to be a fisher, I want to be a closer, or I'm just going to be an onboardinger. Okay? I'm going to be one that will be kind of behind the scenes and I can onboard people like crazy. Okay? If your span of care is full and you still say, look, I just want to do this, they don't necessarily have to stay in your span of care. I would rather we get these positions filled more, but we'll work with what we have. And now we may have to shift some around, so we'll see where we're at. But take some time, pray about it. If you have any questions on what we talked about, we'll have more training for each of these roles. This one we have pretty much all the training we need, but for these 2 roles, we'll have some questions specific that you can ask. We'll have some training for that. So we're not just going to say, here, take these tickets and go run. Okay, we're going to have it lined out for you. But right now, here's what I need you to do. I need you to take some time, pray about which one of these roles you're going to fulfill, and then let us know. Okay? Love you guys. I think this is going to be an awesome time, and this is an experimental thing that nobody else is really doing. So we're not afraid to fail. We just want to see what we can do. It's something we feel like God's laid on our heart to do. So we're going to see what we can do, and we're going to run with it. Okay? So love you guys. Thank you for all you do. If you have any questions, let me know. Hit the heart on here on GroupMe that says that you watched this, and look forward to talking to each of you. And love you guys. Have a great day.